Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners for Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. I am the chair, Krista Yoakum. To my left is Vice Chair Chelsea Johnson. To my far left, Commissioner Matt Schulte. To my right, Commissioners Sean Flowerday and Commissioner Rick Best. Will you please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with us? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You might notice this is not our typical backdrop, but we are having some construction done here. Will you please start the meeting?
Copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's meeting can be viewed at the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Printing options are available upon request. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on January 6, 2026.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 2, claims. Item 2A, approval of the claims processed through January 9th, 2026. And I'll note there is an amendment for payroll.
I move approval of item 2A and include the payroll disbursements through January 7th, 2026.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims, including the payroll disbursement. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to 2B, approval of the claims for goods and services beyond the 90-day period provided in Nebraska Revised Statute 23-135. They are for Baxter Chrysler Dodge Lincoln for a total of $177.45, Ghana Trucking and Excavating for a total of $747, and Titan Machinery for a total of $1,623.89.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Seeing no further discussion, please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 3, our special presentation, the graduation of the 2025 Leadership Academy class.
This is an exciting opportunity for us to welcome and recognize those that have gone through the Leadership Academy. Would you please come and speak a little bit about that? Introduce yourself, and
Absolutely.
you could come right up to the mic so
microphone.
everyone can hear you.
Good morning, folks. My name is Stephanie Mitchell. I am the content designer and facilitator for Lancaster County Leadership Academy, and it is my pleasure to be here today and welcome you to this presentation so graciously bestowed upon our LCLA graduates who are in attendance. I wanted to share just very briefly some of the highlights from this year to give you just a little idea of the accomplishments that we achieved and some of the experiences that our emerging leaders had the opportunity to fulfill. We did a theme-based template this year where we broke the content down into quarters, which allowed for them to focus on their self-awareness, building leadership identity, resiliency of leaders and leadership, and networking. And those things in combination allowed them to really put some of those leadership tools into action. We had opportunities for them to network with our county leaders and folks who served on our panels, which was very beneficial, very useful as far as those essential networking skills are concerned. And the idea is that we have really prepared this group of exceptional county leaders to enter the leadership pipeline development for Lancaster County. And I really feel that what they experienced and what they are carrying forward will aid in the continued growth and success of Lancaster County and the exceptional people that make it an amazing place to work and to be part of. And if that is as an overview, I'd love to kind of segue into presenting these leaders with this recognition.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And I have to say, and I hope that other commissioners had the opportunity to be there too, I want to thank you for the monthly newsletter that you give us so that we know and what's going on there. And it does highlight some of the great qualities that all of you bring to Lancaster County. And it was a great group of people to interact with. I was really glad for the opportunity to come before the group and participate. So with that, we want to have everyone come up towards the front as we call your name and receive your certificate, shake hands with Commissioner Vest. I'll go ahead and read your names. After you shake Commissioner Vest's hands, if you would remain at the front here, we want to do a picture afterwards.
I think if we have all the graduates line up over there, is it alphabetical?
It is alphabetical.
No,
Do your best, but I'll call your names.
we just, I think, come from that side of the room. All I know for sure is Lynn Albin starts.
Right.
And Commissioner Vest, I will hold these and you can focus on congratulating and shaking hands.
Okay. I know we have a.
Okay, Lynn Albin,
Lynn Albin.
District
So,
Court.
Here, let's do this.
There we go.
So let's turn, we have to face David. So, yeah, you're gonna be captured forever here. Thank you.
Nathan Bensel, County Treasurer.
Here.
Nicholas Bowler, County Engineering.
Easy to wear during basketball season, isn't it?
Thank you.
Kurt Sharofsky, County Sheriff.
My friend.
Dean Daniel, Property Management. Joanna Demas, County Sheriff. Thomas Grabenshore, Public Defender.
Thank you.
Dalton Hofer, County Engineering. Priscilla Harubi, County Assessor, Register of Deeds. Billy Lamont, Corrections. Leela Luft, County Clerk. Courtney Lyons, County Clerk.
All the clerk's offices here. Congratulations, clerk.
Chris Meyer, County Engineering.
I appreciate your hard work.
Jacob Van Pelt, County Assessor, Register of Deeds. Jerry Uhas, Corrections.
Appreciate you being here.
And I see that we have one plaque and one person, but did I miss a name?
Hupp.
Dina Hupp.
Of course.
The anticipation.
Alphabetically, I knew it was wrong.
Dina, what department are you?
Youth Services Center.
Thank you. Thank you. Not on my list. So we're going to take just a minute. Yes. And Commissioners, is there anything else that anyone would like to say?
I just say that an investment in your leadership growth is one of the best investments you can make. By taking the time to so many people go through life just doing, but taking the time to step back and learn is a great way to invest your time. So thanks for doing that. I look forward to all of you serving for many years here in the county.
We're going to interrupt go ahead, Sean.
I was just going to say, thanks for taking the time to sort of join the echelons of county leadership. Thanks for taking the time to invest in yourself and invest in Lancaster County. Thanks for making the extra effort. I think it really matters, and it shows that you want more here, and we're really, really pleased to have all of you on our team. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
Chelsea, I want to cut you off.
I just, to echo what everyone else has said, thank you so much for your investment of time in this program and just for everything you do for Lancaster County. Thanks so much.
So now we're going to come from the dais down towards you. I'll let you go, Rick, just a second. Towards you, so
you
we'll be interrupting the meeting here. Yes, Commissioner Vest.
Thank you. We say this when we give awards to individuals and those who come before us, but it's just so imperative that Lancaster County have high-quality individuals out there doing the work that you all are doing. We are totally dependent on people like you to carry out the mission of Lancaster County. The fact that you are willing to take extra time to do this speaks well of you, and we deeply appreciate it. I'm confident that Lancaster County, based on my experience, has the best county employees in Nebraska, and if you're not part of that, then please go apply at Sarpy County or somewhere else. But anyway, thank you all very much.
So we're heading down here.
So come on up, folks.
And I'll shift this direction. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to stand. Need some direction.
Tight squeeze.
Yeah. Are you just kind of hiding? Somebody come stand. Yeah.
Yeah, pile in.
Lynn, come on in. Somebody come stand.
Sound like you like each other.
Closer. Yes, that's what I was going to say.
We'll get a few people on this side over here. It's kind of off balance. In the back there. Let me squeeze it just a little bit more. I know it's
No, come closer.
close. All right.
Thank you all. And thank you to your managers and directors
Dalton, good to see you again.
You're welcome, Smither.
Am I? Good.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's better.
I know that they're both here, so.
Well, that was a very nice diversion. Please proceed with the agenda, Mr. Clerk.
That brings us to item 4, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by commissioner, by a member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts, C-23-0062 with World Class Office Installers Incorporated for system, furniture installation and moving services, C-23-0724 with Pine Lake Behavioral Health for the Youth Mental Health Diversion Program, C-23-0112 with Galls LLC for the supply of county corrections uniforms, C-24-0356 with Rico USA Incorporated, doing business as Capital Business Systems Incorporated for print goods and services, C-24-0762 with St. Monica's Home for Transitional Housing Units and the services for women participating in the Sentence Conversion Reentry Program, C-24-0719 with Union Pacific Railroad Company to extend the county's project deadline to May 17th, 2026. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: Randall M. and Diane K. Steinhausen Life Estate, Southwest 27th Street and West Rokeby Road in the amount of $595. Jacqueline and James Life Estates, Northwest 56th Street and West Davie Road in the amount of $271. Ricky G. and Valerie Vannerman, Southwest 58th Street and West Bennett Road in the amount of $190. Douglas S. Dittman, West Branch Oak Road, Northwest 70th Street in the amount of $845. C, a grant contract with Voices of Hope for the coordinated response to reducing domestic violence program in the amount of $36,041. D, a grant contract with the Food Bank of Lincoln for the food purchase program in the amount of $250,000. E, a grant contract with Pine Lake Behavioral Health for the diversion, evaluations, and outpatient therapy program in the amount of $5,000. F, a grant contract with Lincoln International FC for the youth soccer program in the amount of $15,000. G, a second amendment to grant contract C-25-0023 with St. Mark's Preschool for the Child Care Assistance Program. And finally, H, receive and place on file the following reports from Clerk of the District Court, Assessor Register of Deeds, Records Management, County Clerk, and the County Sheriff.
Move approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Vest?
The consent items are just one small example of all the work that's going on in Lancaster County and the range of responsibilities that Lancaster County has. So I'm glad to vote yes.
Yocum?
Yes.
Motion carries. Commissioners, that brings us to new business, starting with item 5A, a resolution in the matter of setting salaries for county elected officers for the 2027-2030 term.
I would move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. And just to lay out this process just a little bit, we actually did a lot more work on this by hiring a consultant that could help us get to this position because we wanted to take the impartiality out of it and go certainly on the facts that were presented.
Wait.
Please call the roll.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
We have these folks here. Could we have them come forward and discuss the process they used to
Would you like to do
identify
that?
these?
Thank you. We saw it prior to this meeting. We were briefed.
Yeah, these numbers aren't just something that would arbitrarily happen.
Go ahead. Okay. Good morning. My name's Chesney. I am the Business Operations and Payroll Manager with Zell, and I oversee special projects. And we had the opportunity to work with Dave and Barb and Amy in HR, and we took the time to look at historical data, market data, and then also consider the formula that was put into place back in 2022 to make the recommendation, came up with the numbers, and made sure that everything fell in line. There were some things that we wanted to make sure that we covered specifically with the engineer salary and making sure that wage compression was considered in all of that. So that's what our process looked like from the back end, and it was great to work with everyone, and hopefully look forward to doing it again.
Yeah, this is a big part of setting elected official salary. Very important so that everybody knows. And we appreciate that having professionals like Zell available so that we can have someone outside of us looking at this. It makes our jobs easier to have folks like you available. So thank you for all your work on that.
Would you mind, I mean, right here, it shows what the salary is set up. Would you mind just summarizing what the changes are from where we currently sit? Because some of them go up quite a bit, others not quite as much. Would you mind just doing that for me?
Yes, so in 2026, we took that data into consideration with 2027, and then also with that did a salary study with current market data that influenced what the 2027 recommendation was. On top of that, we also took into consideration, like I said, the engineer's salary and making sure that with her team, there wasn't wage compression. And so we wanted to ensure that we had an additional percentage increase for 2028 to remove that wage compression.
In general, a lot of these are going up. Some of them are going up 10%-ish. A couple are going up 3 to 4%, and then ours are set at 0%. Is
Right.
that right?
Right.
Fair summary. Okay.
Yes.
And then this also lays out for multiple years. Hey, then second year it's just a approximately 3% increase,
Right.
depending on
CPI.
some indicators.
Yes, yep.
So, except ours is potentially goes up a little bit more because of a state law. So,
Right.
okay. Sounds good to me. It's always awkward to talk about people's salaries in public, right? Like, I think
Right.
that's one of the weird things about government, but I think it's an important thing because a lot of people in the public are concerned about using money wisely, and I think this is a good, transparent way for us to do it, is for people to know what the salaries are publicly. So I will absolutely support this.
And any other discussion?
I would just add that, once again, in our time on the board, we have transformed what seems like the normal process into a much more efficient and more effective process. This is a small thing, but it's really a step forward,
Yeah.
so.
Thanks for your work on this.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I really appreciate you shepherding us through this.
We
Yep.
have a motion.
We have a
and second.
motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you all. The next item, I'm sorry, Mr. Clerk, we'll let you proceed.
Of course. The next item is 5B, resolution in the matter of the 5 largest population counties adopting common legislative priorities for the Nebraska Legislature's 2026 regular session.
I'll move approval of this. What we've learned is that Nebraska has 5 counties that have very similar priorities. Douglas, Sarpy, and Lancaster have always been lumped together, but now we have learned that Buffalo and Hall, with Kearney and Grand Island, are also very similar. And so the 5 of us are coming together to present a clear picture to the legislature. I move approval.
I'll second. What do we call it now? It was always the Tri-County Alliance.
Oh, what's quad?
The Quint County, that's, we can't, that's no good. We can't call it the
Doesn't- we
Quint County
got-
Alliance.
We'll have David work on that. Where's David?
I'll have to wordsmith it.
The Power 5.
You know what? That's it. That's
I
it.
think
He got
that
it. He
works.
got it in one. That's what it is.
So please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yep.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5C, resolution in the matter of reapplying unused funds from the Community Development Block Grant Owner-Occupied Housing Rehabilitation Program to the Southeast Nebraska Housing Bridge Fund.
All right, good morning. Dennis Meyer, County Budget and Fiscal Officer. This resolution here today is just kind of taking our owner-occupied housing rehab program and kind of moving it to a new program over at Send, which is being called the Housing Bridge Fund. So I lose track of time on this owner-occupied, but we've probably had 15 to 20 different housing projects that have taken place over the last few years. And we're really at the point where that program is kind of being put to bed. And we've got about $42,665.63 that is still sitting out there. Send brought this bridge fund recommendation to us, And this resolution will just move that money from owner occupied to the housing bridge fund. And it will still allow for Lancaster County to be a player in some of that, the housing market and stuff like that. So it's just kind of moving it to the next step, and then we'll go from there.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 5D, resolution in the matter of amending the master site leases, master lease agreement, issuance principal amount, and related matters.
Good morning, Commissioners. Karen Peterson, Director of Facilities and Property. I have guests with me again this morning. I have Scott King with Piper Sandler. We have Mike Rogers with Gilmore Bell. We are asking for approval on resolution to issue revenue bonds for the building of the parking garage and to tie all our master leases together at the same time. So we're here to answer questions.
Move approval.
Go ahead. I'll second that. I do have a couple questions for you, because one of the questions that comes up from the public often is when you see bond issues is, how does this affect my property taxes? So can one of you just help me understand, will the public realize a property tax increase because of this? Just help me help the public understand.
It's a great question. Scott Keen with Piper Sandler. The Public Building Commission, county and city are fortunate in that you have, the Public Building Commission has a number of bond issues that have been rolling off and continue to roll off, so payments are no longer being made on those old bond issues at the time that we're doing this financing. So we actually have a levy that's dedicated to the bond repayments that's well below where it was the last time the PBC did a financing in 2017, for example. So the PBC's been very quickly reducing its debt burden, and that's made a big difference. And because of that, I don't want to speak to the PBC's budget or their tax request, but their tax request has been falling. So,
Yeah, so like Scott was mentioning, we had one that just got paid off, and I think we've got another one within the next year or two. It's a smaller one, but I think what this does, it will keep our debt payments kind of right around where they have been. So to me, it's kind of good timing of paying off one, setting this one up. So tax dollar-wise, we're talking about the same thing.
And because Commissioner Schulte stepped on one of my favorite topics, and he didn't do anything wrong, he's fine.
We just have the shared interest.
And absolutely, any conversation about bonding and he's right, the public has a lot of questions about it. You have to take into account the rising costs of construction, and you have to take into account where you think valuations are going to be. Because if you aren't calculating those two things, a lot of times by not bonding and waiting for just the money to pile up in your piggy bank, you're actually costing the public more. I have a real problem with local political subdivisions that shall remain nameless that choose to not use bonding when the cost of construction skyrockets over, say, a decade. In that decade, we have historic low interest rates. It is money taken from the public. And so bonding, it's not, by any means is it always appropriate. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But if you reasonably think construction costs are going to be higher than the rate you've got, and that valuations are going to be going up, it's absolutely the right move to make in terms of public coffers. That's my soapbox, and
absolutely.
I never miss an opportunity to do that. And
Yes.
it has nothing to do with BBC or anything anybody
I
says here.
haven't
too.
seen one opportunity go by where you.
No, I will not miss this.
You know I love you, Commissioner. So anyway, and the point of this is a project that needs to be done. This is not something we can ignore. If we put it off, to Commissioner Flowerday's point, we're just making the burden heavier on someone else. Now is the time to go forward. We have the team in place, and we're very honored to have you all here to do this.
And we also want the individuals that are going to be using this parking facility over the next 20 years, the length of, that's who should be paying for it. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't want to stash it here and then, so I think that only makes sense too.
So just to be clear, the bond, it looks like it's just over $19 million, and it's for a parking garage north of here. which will not only serve employees of the county, but public who are accessing the courts, public who are accessing other services in this building. So this isn't just for us, it's for the public, publicly funded. So the bonding seems right, the dollar amount, I appreciate your work to keep it as appropriate as possible. We are participating, the city's participating, joint budget, well, not joint budget.
PBC, Public Building Commission, yeah.
Wrong acronym, are all working together to make it happen. So thanks for your guys' work on it, and I look forward to seeing this bond sale happen so we can fund this project.
I would everything you said I agree with. I would clarify one thing.
Sure.
Our current expectation is that we'll be issuing approximately $17 million, or just under $17 million to fund the project, which will contribute just over $18 million to the cost of construction. The PBC will be contributing approximately $1.5 million to help downsize this bond issue. The $19.2 million figure is the not to exceed principal amount that was in the original bond resolution approved by the PBC board last month.
Okay, thanks for
Thank
clarifying that, yeah.
I know you thought you had a big crowd here to talk about bond issues.
I can't tell you how much I love the plastic screen behind me.
Hey, now, we'll take that down soon enough.
Karen's work here is paying off.
Any further discussion? We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That brings us to 5E, an agreement with Nuarez LLC to subordinate the county's deed of trust on property located at 14441 Ivanhoe Street, Waverly.
Okay, Dennis Meyer, County Budget and Fiscal Officer. Again, this deals with the owner-occupied projects that we've been doing. This is really kind of the first time that we've seen this. This individual out there that was involved with one of this project has also gone out to get another type of loan out there to put additional funding into that house. You know, the majority of the time, most of the projects are trying to just get a smaller project done. This one here, this is a requirement because of the extra loan that the individual is working with the bank on.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to 5F, an agreement with Brandt Trucking to provide road maintenance during excavation of soil, sand, and gravel, a property located at the southwest corner of West A Street and southwest 126th Street.
Good morning, John Barry, Lancaster County Engineering. We'll see if your screen comes up here. This is a request for Brandt Trucking to have a road maintenance agreement with Lancaster County. They're going to be hauling clay from a borrow site owned by Yankee Hill Brick located at southwest 126th Street and taking it basically to their manufacturing plant, which is at southwest 56th Street.
This is an existing contract?
This is a new one for me. I think it's one that they've had probably back in the 50s and 60s. It's an older one. At that time, it was grandfathered in. Now they're using a different company to haul. This is a very specific clay that they use for their brick manufacturing, so I believe it's just for them. They won't be using it for anybody else.
And they've done, I mean, this is not a new concept to have this.
Correct.
I mean, we've had, and these agreements, you guys work to protect Lancaster
Correct.
County's roads.
Yep.
So I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to 5G, approval of the 2026 Keno Human Services Prevention Fund recommendations.
Good morning, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Human Services for the City of Lincoln and Lancaster County. And before you are the recommendations for the 2026 Keno Prevention Funds. Just a reminder, Keno is 5% of revenue generated from the playing of Keno, both from the city and the county. It's just makes sense to put this money back into the most vulnerable population that we have, which is what you see, the agencies here listed, that's the population they serve. So with that being said, we have a Keno Advisory Committee, community-based, that helps makes the decisions about funding and puts them then forth to you for final approval.
Move approval.
Second.
I'll just note I'm on the advisory committee, and we did have almost 700,000 in requests, and a lot of those applications were strong and worthy causes to fund, and we had a long, robust discussion about how to cut it down to the 250,000 that we had available.
That's tough.
I think that shows the need in the community. Thank you for doing that, and I appreciate the community members that participate in this decision-making process as well. And on this list, there are over 25, I think 27 if I counted them right, nonprofits in the county with a variety of services that they're providing. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 6, our legislative update.
We have no update. They're just getting started. We may have,
Our conflict council bill dropped. I think that's the only thing. So
Very good.
That's out there.
very good.
All right, Commissioners, that brings us to item 7, public comment. Members of the public wishing to speak in items related to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on business not on the agenda? Seeing none, we can move on.
Item 8, announcements. The Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, January 15th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. The Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at 9 a.m. with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. Board of Commissioners meetings are streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 9 is adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries.